Howdy, this is Jim Morado, and we are in Lyme, New Hampshire. Actually, near Lyme, New Hampshire, I guess might be the more accurate way to say this. We were kind of zigzagging back and forth between the Vermont and the New Hampshire border. In fact, I think at this moment we might actually be in Vermont going towards Lyme. What was interesting is as we drove around, there were certain areas where I was looking out the window over into the other state. Here I was looking over into New Hampshire, and later on I was driving on the same roads looking back at where we were earlier. It's that kind of small, intimate state border. It was very pleasant, and I've said this several times, Vermont is so green, and New Hampshire is too. They're such great sister states, and they just go well together, and we kept zigzagging back and forth between them. But yeah, again, this is September 2021, and we were about to go check into the Norwich Inn in Norwich, Vermont, but our room wasn't ready. It wouldn't be for a couple of hours, but that was okay. We wanted to go drive around some, so we found ourselves here. And I absolutely love seeing a railroad track and a river and literally two states right there together. Just so scenic, so perfect. So many things I like right there. But yeah, we drove over to Lyme, New Hampshire, which was a cute little town. And, when you get up in these New England states, there's just interesting history everywhere, literally everywhere. And, we loved this little town. We loved this area. We loved driving back and forth between New Hampshire and Vermont. And there was a little general store we noticed, and we put that in our GPS. I believe it's the Lyme General Store, and we stopped there, checked it out. You'll see it here in a moment, but yeah. So that was our goal. Our goal was to get to the Lyme General Store, which we did. But I'll tell you just a little bit about Lyme from Wikipedia. Lyme, New Hampshire is a town along the Connecticut River in Grafton County, New Hampshire. The population was 1,716 as of 2010, with an estimated population of 1,674 in 2017. It's the home of the Chaffee Natural Conservation Area. The Dartmouth Skiway is in the eastern part of town near the village of Lyme Center. The Appalachian Trail passes through the town's heavily wooded eastern end. And they give some history. The scenic town common is surrounded with houses and public buildings dating from the late 1700s to the early 1900s. Stagecoaches traveling the old Boston Turnpike from Montreal in the 1830s passed through Lyme, stopping at the Lyme Inn, recently renovated, built in 1809. Next door to the inn is the 200-year-old Congregational Church. Its original 1815 steeple bell was cast by Paul Revere. I gotta go back to check that out now for sure. It was later replaced with a bell cast by Henry N. Cooper and Co., Boston. A hand-wound clock mechanism from E. Howard and Co. strikes the hour. Behind the church is a row of house sheds dating from the 1810s. The row of 27 sheds standing today is the longest line of contiguous horse sheds in New England and possibly in the United States. Originally, each shed had the name of the owner on a sign above the door. The signs are still there, though not necessarily over the original shed. Okay, well now I'm curious about where that original Paul Revere bell went to. And by the way, there's a nice little Civil War monument in their Commons area. Yeah, I love those. And I guess there's the church, and we just left the Lyme General Store. We stopped there. It was just another nice little general store and little country store. And Vermont is big on promoting their little country stores like that. Definitely to their credit. We have those all over Kentucky. Some of them aren't as slick as some I saw up here in Vermont. But yeah, they need to be promoted more. There was actually a book I saw in the local section of some of the bookstores, kind of a guidebook. Yeah, there's the Lyme General Store, kind of a guidebook to the general stores and country stores throughout Vermont. I wish more states had something like that. That's just really cool. But yeah, just a pretty town, again with a ton of history. Obviously, stuff we didn't even take note of as we drove here. And there's a cannon. And we kind of circled around. Are you from Lyme, though? I'd love to hear from you, especially if you know what happened to that bell that got replaced. And there we are. Yeah, we're driving through New Hampshire, kind of looking back over into Vermont. And, yeah, I just got a big old kick out of that. I thought that was just just something pretty cool to do. And to know we were on the other side, I guess, of the Connecticut River earlier. Yeah, and Dartmouth College is not too far away. I'll put up a video of that, at least us driving through Dartmouth a little bit later. Interesting, interesting neck of the woods for sure. And the Appalachian Trail goes through here. And it seems like we keep stopping in little towns that the Appalachian Trail goes through, including Dartmouth. So we cross paths with several hikers on this trip. And some of the restaurants, especially around Manchester, there were several.